I'd like to invite Sara Knurowska to give her talk about startups in the Baltics and Central Eastern Europe. I'll just get your presentation for you.
Great, thank you so much. Hi everyone, and thank you to Agata for inviting me here today. So this presentation is about how we at Biocatalyst Foundation support talent, support startups, and support the wider ecosystem. By the end of this presentation, you will know how you can collaborate with us. We are looking for talent. Thank you. So my educational background is predominantly in biotechnology with some wet lab experience in microbiology and a lot of experience as an educator. I joined Biocatalyst Foundation because I am all in on the bioeconomy. I think it's important to develop the social infrastructure behind making biotechnology innovation possible. And at Biocatalyst, I, amongst a lot of other things, I'm responsible for our annual hackathon, which should make everyone very excited. Read, Write, Grow, which I'm going to talk more about later. Now, I'm sure I don't have to convince anyone in this room that biotechnology is incredible. Biotechnology is the future. But I want to really emphasize the scale of this. According to stats from the McKinsey Global Initiative, roughly, so around like 60% of the physical inputs in the global economy could, in principle, be produced using biology. That is roughly like, we're looking at an economic impact of 4 trillion euros a year. It's huge. To put it as an understatement. Okay, so today we have a lot to get through. There are 3 key things on our agenda that correspond to Biocatalyst Foundation's key pillars. And that is, initially, I will discuss how we take what we do in order to bring research and technological advancements out of academia and into industry via the creation of startups. So we do that in 3 key ways. We host commercialization workshops at universities and institutes. We host a 6-month incubation program. And finally, we have recently opened a community laboratory in Riga, Latvia. Next, I will discuss how we encourage talents to pursue biotechnological innovation. Partially by getting involved in communities such as the iGEM community. So we founded an iGEM team in Latvia, first iGEM team in Latvia, and via our hackathon, Read, Write, Grow. Finally, I will briefly emphasize one of our several EU Horizon projects that we are part of, BioConnect project. Which we have done to develop the Baltic Biotech Action Plan. And I'll go into why that is important. So, without further ado, who are we? We are an independent nonprofit based in Latvia. We have a regional focus, so we are really focused on the Baltics and the Central Eastern European region. Poland comes under that, we're here for you. And we want to enable and foster biotechnological innovation. Our main aim, to put it simply, is to increase the number of biotechnology startups in our respective regions. This is our core team with combined experience in medtech, entrepreneurship, ecosystem building, business development, and more. It was actually the nonprofit started as out of frustration, actually, from the director's side in 2020, because they started a biotechnology startup, and suddenly they had questions. Where are the people who I can hire? Who will invest in me? Do the investors know what kind of timelines we are dealing with? And so Biocatalyst was born. these are our three core pillars that make everything possible. Talent, startups, and the ecosystem. So we believe that talents and startups drive the industry, are the driving forces behind the industry. Yes, academic institutes, universities, research institutes, they are where technological advancement is born. And in using technological advancements, in recreating it in workshops, competitions, hackathons, applying it to various applications, we can make products happen. And these products can be later refined for a better product market fit via incubation and pre-incubation programs. As was already mentioned by Alex, most startups fail. I'm glad I didn't have to be the one to give the bad news. And because of this, in order to make this possible, along the way, startups need a strong ecosystem. They need a network of experts. They need capital. They need facilitators that can point them in the right direction. And they need to know the industry. On a broader sense, governmentally, the regulations need to be there to make innovation possible and not to have to hire really expensive consultants and spend a lot of money that would otherwise go elsewhere to building technology, for example. We are here for all that. So let me introduce you to translation.bio. Translation.bio has undergone a rebranding throughout the years. At first, it was Research to Startup, which tells you exactly what it does. It is a series of workshops aimed at university researchers, early career professionals, postdocs, PhDs, who are maybe interesting. They heard, what is entrepreneurship, heard a little bit about business development. They want to know more, but they don't want to take the plunge just yet. So these commercialization workshops are very, very important in showing how life science research can go to market and what that actually means. So the predominant goals of it is to bring life science research to market, like I mentioned before. Participants come either in pre-formed teams. Maybe they have an invention and they come with a laboratory team, and then they find out that some of them are interested, some of them are not interested. Other people just come because they want to learn, and we provide case studies to work through. At these workshops, you might learn about market analysis, about business development, and crucially, how to pitch to investors in a sense of, as Alex mentioned again, who is my end user and what benefits are they going to get from my invention. These workshops are about moving away from just technology and thinking more about, okay, what skills does my team actually need? Who will I sell to? And who do I partner with to make that possible? It's really helpful in elucidating everything that goes into making products real, outside of the very, very hard work already put into making the technological advancement happen. The workshops have clear, manageable deliverables, because we know that it can be overwhelming to take that step from research into the startup world. And these are the institutes where we have already run such workshops. If you feel that your institute is missing, please talk to us. We are looking to do more of these workshops at academic institutes for people who are interested. This is a wonderful image from our latest workshop. And now I'm going to switch and start talking to the founders amongst us, and also industry and capital partners who want to support founders. We run a six-month incubation program. It's application agnostic, which means that we don't mind if you are working on biomaterials or pharmaceuticals or an interesting new therapeutics approach. We take what you do. We are looking predominantly for tech readiness level 3 to 4 projects. This means we're looking for researchers with already proof of concept and preliminary studies that show that something works. During the incubation program, we cover all aspects of founding a business in weekly online seminars and Q&As with guest speakers. We individualize the program and cater to your needs through coaching sessions and connecting you to our wide ecosystem, wide network of people finding the right thing for you. So our first batch has currently come to a close. We've had 9 teams. We want to keep batches relatively small so we can offer the best quality, with 30% of our current batch being fully female funded. So here are some images. For every batch, we fund 2 in-person workshops. And in this batch, participants got an opportunity to go to the CEE Forum in Warsaw, do a quite intense business development workshop there, and to pitch to a panel of investors at the Deep Tech Atelier in Riga, Latvia. Here are some of our industry and capital partners, which we're very grateful for, to be able to provide the best for the startups in our incubation program. Okay, batch 2 is on its way. If you are a researcher who is interested in founding or an industry and capital partner, I recommend going to incubation.bio for more information, and please do talk to me. Right, so, yeah, and here are more ways to get involved. So industry and capital partners to connect with our current batch and future batches, research centers and institutes for our workshops, and finally, future founders for incubation. Now, we have recently set up, really recently opened our BSL Level 1 laboratory in Riga. It is based on the Copenhagen model, and we envision a co-working space, 24/7 co-working space, where we have a support network and the equipment to get your startup off the ground. Here's a little demo of the space. We are currently hosting the iGEM Latvian team for this year over the summer. I got a note that they're already in the lab, which is exciting. So far we've covered how we take research into to startup and ways for you to get involved in that. Next, we will talk about how we support our talent in understanding biotechnology innovation and what it takes. Right, now, a lot of you might have heard of iGEM, but maybe you haven't. iGEM stands for International Genetically Engineered Machine. It's a global student competition where students get together, work over the summer on a biotechnological project to build a biotechnological project to solve real-world problems. But it's as much about learning the technical and scientific skills to make something like this possible, as it is about to actually learn how to raise capital, learn how to be a better storyteller, learn how to communicate your science with the wider society. And it's an excellent opportunity for students to understand how their technology will impact society. Not just, oh, I really, really find this cool, this is biological engineering, but also, okay, who will use it? And what do those people think about it? it is also an excellent opportunity for students to understand what other career opportunities there are. We know that not every life science student will become a wet lab person or an academic. Some will go into science communication, some will go into marketing, some will go into video game development. And actually, through showing these possibilities, you can make them have a better understanding of what they could potentially do in the future. These are our past iGEM teams. So we founded the first iGEM team, first Latvian iGEM team in 2022. And we kept the momentum going, which I think is very important to discuss, as current iGEM students can be mentored by the previous iGEMers, and so there's a sense of camaraderie, but also potentially future career capital. You never know who that person you've worked with before will go to. Current iGEM team are working on a wound healing material that's based on the propolis scaffold with a hydrogel. And so this is one of the many projects out there that we've worked on. When we talk about talent, we do not just mean biotechnologists. We are also talking to people who are engineers, who are roboticists, bioinformaticians like yourself, and so forth. We believe that, which is true, startups require multifaceted skill sets, require a variety of different professionals. And we're thinking, where can these professionals meet to form interdisciplinary teams? Hackathons, yes. So hackathons are where people come together and they collaborate in very, very short snippets of time, so like 24 to 48 hours, they collaborate together and they build something. It's most commonly known in the software industry. And we decided to start our own hackathon with a focus on synthetic biology, so with a focus on engineering living systems, and we called it Read, Write, Grow. Our vision is to become the largest annual Europe-focused synthetic biology hackathon. We ran a pilot last year, wholly remote, with actually one in-person event also in Romania. It was a success. Around 300 participants joined us, 34 teams formed and got to the end of the hackathon. We had over 20 countries being represented and 3,000 euros in prize money. Yes, I should also mention that at the bottom we had a lot of help from our fellow co-facilitators and sponsors, such as SIMBI, which is an EU Horizon project focused on bioentrepreneurship. Now, these participants got together, teams formed over the weekend to design bold applications for engineering biology in these 4 categories. So we have health and well-being, agri-food and nutrition, industry and circularity, and moonshots. We want to leave people to think about, okay, what's never been done before. We had 3 top winners. One bioreactor company, one now startup producing a multi-omics diagnostic tool for endometriosis, and Nitroduct working with farmers to cut nitrogen losses. 2025 hackathon, Read, Write, Grow, is happening this year on 10th to 16th of November. We want to scale this year, and we want to utilize the in silico possibilities of synthetic biology. We want people to be prototyping, and we want to really make use more of the European-wide community of highly motivated people. So, yes, good. There are a few changes that are happening this year. One is we plan to host it in a hybrid format. We believe it's nice when people get together in real life, as you probably have noticed yourself. But also having the online is good for a sense of European-wide community. You can still engage with people from other places, but you get to meet people in real life in your local node. So currently, we will have a local node in Vienna, in Warszawa, in Riga, and we're hoping for one here. That's talks to come soon. The second change is, like I mentioned before, focus on prototyping. We want people to build things, to build products, to see how far a weekend can take you. And we hope that the top 10 teams who win the hackathon this year can join and pitch at SynBioReactor, which is the synthetic biology conference in Europe. So there's a lot of benefits to having something like Read, Write, Grow. And it's like, who goes to hackathons? People who are highly motivated, who are taking initiative, who are very, very active in their communities. And you get all of them together, and you have this amazing talent pool building interesting things. So that's about our talent. If you are interested in either participating in the hackathon, becoming a local node, or sponsoring the event, please do get in contact with us, talk to me, go to rwg.bio, so readwritegrow.bio. All of these links, super easy. We talked about, so do talk to us. So now we've talked about talent and we've talked about startups. I want to briefly emphasize something about our ecosystem activities. We are part of many EU Horizon projects, and we believe this integrated work in Europe is very important. I want to highlight one of them, which is the BioConnect project that recently finished. The BioConnect project was formed of these associations and institutes, as you can see on the slide, and it was made to map the Baltic biotech ecosystem. We spoke to, surveyed, and mapped 223 organizations, which constitute in I have to say, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, which constitute roughly 95% of the Baltic biotech ecosystem. With these consultations, we were able to develop a Baltic Biotech Action Plan, which you can find on bioconnectproject.eu to learn more. That is all from us. To emphasize, because I know that's a lot of information, if you are a researcher who has an invention and wants to commercialize it, incubation.bio is where you need to go next. If you are interested in building something from scratch over a weekend, hosting it here or wherever you are from, or sponsoring, you go to rwg.bio, that's readwritegrow.bio. And finally, if you are a research institute who wants to, or a researcher who wants to learn more about commercialization, not yet ready to take the plunge, translation.bio is for you. Please connect with us, follow us on LinkedIn, and otherwise talk to me. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your excellent talk. Do we have questions to Sara from the audience?
Do you only support biotech startups or science in general also?
So we support life science startups, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So as your incubation, do you provide know-how and knowledge, or do you also have some like funds for doing, I don't know, market research or some additional services, let's say?
So we provide the know-how and knowledge in market research, in business development, in intellectual property. Yep.
Okay, but then to run it, like if you want to do some, proper analysis, gather data, etc., and it costs money, then you need to find investors, right? Or is that
Yes,
something that can be
we
done
do
during
help
the
with, we
incubation?
do connect you with investors. So that's within the incubation program, yes.
Sarah, thank you so much for this great overview of your ecosystem work. I personally truly appreciate it, and I know how hard it is. I have a small question, is that considering you were exposed to many different startups with many different trajectories, so to speak, what do you think is the key difference, or maybe several key differences between more successful startups and less successful startups, again, in your opinion? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I think I will have to echo what Alex said earlier. The team really makes the cut. If you have the team with the right skill sets, who know how to work together and communicate, I think that's just critical to making a successful startup. Thank you for your question.
If that is it for the questions, then I wanted to briefly reiterate that everyone should register. I don't think everyone has, so if you haven't registered at the entrance, please do. You can, or you probably already have, taken the bingo card, because we have a fun networking, connecting game that will be going well into the second break, which we will shortly proceed to. But first, Sarah, don't leave the stage, because we also have a gift for you from Astro Farms, the kombucha that you can also taste. Thank you.
I'm super keen on kombucha, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
I brew sometimes myself, but right now not so good. I'm sorry about that.
You can discuss it with Łukasz
Thank
then,
you.
because he has all the insight. There's also a T-shirt from KMS.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. We